Find the money, find the scammer.
Hi, my name is Sheila, and I've lost $800,000.
$300,000 into your business bank account.
After not hearing anything back from law enforcement, like, how did it make you feel?
Frustrated.
He sent me some more money, big money.
Are you talking to somebody online or dating somebody online?
I was looking for someone to help me to feel better.
We want to find out where this money went, because Sheila was scammed.
We're glad that you're not a bad guy, because we were expecting that we're gonna run into guns.
You just don't go signing your name to a company without knowing the other person. You know Camila somehow.
We have some incredible stuff to share with you in a little bit, like incredible stuff. We've never, ever done some of the stuff we've done.
I think we're at your house.
Oh.
Hi, Ryan.
See her face when you brought it up? She knows about this.
Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it. On today's episode, we help a woman named Sheila track down over $800,000 she sent to a romance scammer. Seekers, join us on this journey. We even teamed up with our friends Trilogy Media to push this case as far as we could take it. We picked up this case over a year ago when Ashton forwarded us an email he received from Sheila.
We have some incredible stuff to share with you in a little bit, like incredible stuff. We've never, ever, ever done some of the stuff we've done.
It's gonna blow your mind.
Yeah, but we want to start with your story. We hope to leave here today and leave you in like really good spirits when we leave.
Is it my turn to talk? I'm Sheila, and my husband died from strokes in the hospital. He was in there for like 2 months. And we couldn't go visit him because it was the pandemic. We didn't get to see him at all. My husband died on Christmas Eve. And my brother died on Christmas Day, 2021. And my best friend down here died 3 days after my brother died. And that just broke my heart, more so than my husband died. I mean, my brother and I were extremely close. So that just threw me in a tailspin. I guess it's been 2 years ago that I got caught up in this scam. And the reason was because my mindset was so bad that I was looking for someone to help me to feel better. Since John died, I've never had anybody. This guy came along right at the right time for him. He just said such nice things and, made me feel better. Well, his name was Michael. We met on Facebook, and we just talked morning and night. We talked all day long on the computer and mainly text, but we did have phone calls, but never a video call. I told him he sounded like a Nigerian, and he goes, "No, that's just my accent. I'm not, So he had an accent for sure. He sent me a video. It was of him talking, and, he was proving to me that he was who he was. I believed it. He presented himself as the Secretary General of NATO, and I believed that. So I thought that was pretty cool. This famous guy is chatting with me. And, after 2 weeks, he told me he was in love with me. I told him I was in love with him too. So, there was a huge void in my heart, and he wasn't my brother and he wasn't my husband, but he did his job in taking care of that, and I had sold my house and sold all the horses, and decided I was going to buy an RV and lived in it. And it was small and it was dark and it was lovely RV, but nobody came to visit. I was just there by myself. So I welcomed his attention.
This was the loneliest Sheila had ever felt in her life. After losing so many people around her, it spiraled her into depression. But Michael seemed to always be there when she needed someone to talk to.
He made sure that I didn't have anybody around me. He wanted to have me all to himself, and I should just disregard my family.
After 1 week of the two chatting was when the request for money started. Michael claimed he was unable to access his bank accounts.
He'd gone from California to London, England, because somebody over there owed him a whole bunch of money. Somehow he got over there and he had no money. He had no money for his hotel. He had no money for food. And he was sick. He needed to go to the doctor. And, that's kind of where it started. I've kind of got a big heart where I want to help people. I don't like to have anybody suffering or in a bad spot, in their life. So I sent him money. I was back in Spokane and he wanted gift cards so that he could get internet and whatever. So I would go to town and get him gift cards. That amounted to a great amount of money too. I don't know how many I got him, but they were all $500. He needed like $7,000 or something like that dollars in gift cards. Well, it's very hard to do because stores are very wary of people buying more than 1 or 2 cards, But I did it, drove 13 miles into town and went store to store to get these gift cards for him. I did that many times.
For a while, Sheila was essentially funding Michael's life. She sent gift cards for hotels, food, Wi-Fi, and any other bills that he needed to be paid. Michael then told Sheila about a package that needed to be shipped to her house.
In this package, he had over $1 million in gold bars and cash. And that was another big hassle. The company that was going to send the package wanted me to pay $10,000 to bring it here. And that's the only way we could get it here. By this time, I'm so invested, and he's promising me as soon as you get this package, I'll reimburse you. So from that point forward, I'm after getting my money back. They were going to send this package to my house, which I paid the $10,000, of course. Of course, it never came.
This package moved all over the place. There was always some problem that the parcel company needed Sheila to take care of. Either the package needed to be weighed, it went through customs, and sometimes it even went to the wrong address. Before Sheila knew it, she had already sent hundreds of thousands of dollars in parcel fees.
I wanted to get that money back. That's the stage that I was in at that point, was just to get my money back. And this package was what we needed to do that. So there was actually more money sent, and then he would get extremely bullyish, and that he had to have this money and he demanded it, and he was a bully. He was so pushy, and yeah, I was in love with him. I know now he was not in love with me. He didn't really care. I'd try to tell him that, I got this inheritance from my brother, and it's not for me to just foolishly throw away. This is for me to live on and for my kids to live on. He didn't care. It didn't matter. He would just ignore those messages when I'd tell him that. It just grew from there, Obviously, he didn't care if I didn't have the money I needed to find it and send it to him. He even suggested I go into my kids' bank accounts and take it out of theirs.
Michael always had an excuse for why he needed more money. Every time she bought a plane ticket, he would get closer and closer, but he never explained why he couldn't get to her. All of these plane tickets took him to places that didn't ever make sense, but Sheila kept sending more and more wire transfers for plane tickets and the parcel fees. At this point, it became a gamble to get her money back.
He flew to Guatemala, and then he got drugs put into his suitcase, and they arrested him for having the drugs. And then he needed to pay for a lawyer, and they were very crooked, and they were going to put him in jail, and he was all frantic and needed money to get out of that situation. So I sent it to him, and then he got sick and had to go into the hospital again. Somebody had to pay his hospital bill. This is what's crazy. They wouldn't let him go if it wasn't paid. I paid his hospital bill. After he got out of the hospital, he flew to, I think it was Houston, on my bank account, of course. When he got to Houston, he had to go back into the hospital. So I had to pay his hospital bill again. I didn't have to, but that's where he had me. He was going to fly to Washington, and he did, on my dollar. When he got to Washington, he had to go back into the hospital. He was in Olympia, he said. He was sick again. He needed me to pay his hospital bill. Otherwise, he couldn't get out of there. I actually fought him on this, that I wasn't going to send him any more money.
Sheila trusted Michael because he had money and the package was the solution to all of their problems. If she could just get him and the package to her, the two would live happily ever after.
They had somebody fly from Olympia, Washington, and they flew to Mexico City. And I said, that's really stupid because I'm not in Mexico City. It's a long ways from here. And so we had to pay him $100,000 to pay this guy for doing this. But then this Michael was supposed to fly to Mazatlan and meet the guy and get the package. And of course, he never flew to Mazatlan. And I was very disappointed that he didn't come. That package cost a lot of money. Just trying to get a hold of it. Of course, I had to pay. And then he was going to fly back to the States, but he didn't have money for airplane tickets. And I said, I could book that for you. And he's like, no, you can't. I need to do it myself, or have my people do it, because he lost his passport and his credit card wouldn't work. The airline ticket was extremely expensive. I mean, we're talking $4,000 or $5,000. And I argued with him every time he asked for money. I'm going like, I don't want to send you any money. I'm not a poor person, but a person that has regard for her children, and that's where my money needs to go. He didn't care. That was nothing to him.
We added up all of the transactions that Sheila sent for the parcel fees and to get him home, summing up to just shy of $900,000. She never received the parcel or met this man face to face, and the last wire transfer she sent was on Thanksgiving of 2023.
I was here, my kids were all in Washington, and it was Thanksgiving. And, after we sat down, the three of us, that's when I stopped. My very naughty granddaughter, she gave them the password to my Google chat. So they got in there and they read all the messages. That's how they found out. I was so mad at her, but obviously it needed to happen. It just needed to. They made me realize, Mom, this guy isn't real. And I was convinced that he was, but it's kind of almost like an addiction that you want his phone calls and his email because they're comforting when they're not asking for money. So that was pretty much the end of it there.
On January 16th, 2023, he said, "Hi, I'm a 71-year-old woman that's been scammed in a romance scam. Over the last 9 months, he scammed me out of $700,000. It would be a dream come true to shut him down. I doubt that I'll get any money back, but if he can be stopped from doing this to anyone else, that would be awesome. Thank you for what you do." What made you send that email, and why us?
Because I watched that story about Jody.
You are night and day from her, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
If you haven't seen it yet, you gotta check out the story of Jody and our team's efforts to uncover the truth about her 8-year relationship with a romance scammer. After Sheila's family made her watch this video, she finally stopped sending money to Michael.
When you got scammed and you learned that you got scammed in this romance scam and you talked to your grandkids and kids, so you start Googling?
The only thing I could Google was Jen Stoltenberg. That's who he said he was. Why are you saying you're in Guatemala when I saw you on the internet, having a meeting? He was angry.
We have some incredible news for you.
We follow all your money.
Really?
We traveled all over the US for this case, and every stone we turned over, we've never gone this deep before. I think let's let Brianne talk about just the initial research that she did.
This is gonna be wild. So after looking at all the information for Sheila's case, we were able to confirm that this guy Michael has been lying to her about everything. The two guys in the image have nothing to do with this case. The phone numbers that were used were VoIP phone numbers, no personal information attached. And if you guys watch any of our other videos, you are probably aware of what a romance scam is, which is exactly what Sheila was involved in. From the beginning of this scam, she had been trying to track down a package. And so that is why she got caught up into sending a bunch of money, because she was hoping to receive all of her money back from this package.
So what the scammer would do is they would have her send $100,000 to one company, $100,000 to another company, $20,000 to a money mule, $15,000 to another money mule. And so all this stuff kept happening over and over until it hit over $800,000 that she had lost. When we started looking into the case with Sheila, DNA Superfoods had received most of the funds. So we're like, we have to start here. And so, we reached out to Trilogy. We're like, hey, look, let's make a trip to Miami. Let's figure out what happened to this money with DNA Superfoods, because it was such a large amount of money. And in most instances, when we deal with romance scams, funds don't go to businesses very often. And so in this case, it did. And so because of that, we decided to go to Miami. And when we went to Miami, we had Camila's name. We had found some stuff out about it, Camila, like her address.
I hope she's an innocent mule. If she is, I'd like to see if she hands over all the information so that we could go to the next stages, because the money went somewhere, right?
I did a search. I looked for come in Miami, and there were a few, but there was only one with their address, apartment 7, and age is 28, and she has listed down below as possible business affiliations, DNA Superfoods.
So when I did the initial research, I found out that Camila was a part of this business, this company, and so we did everything we could to reach out to her. We sent her a message through social media.
Okay, there is a Camila in Miami, Florida. She's Venezuelan, and she's definitely young, like in her 20s.
So when we looked into Camila's social media profile, we found that she was just living the life, traveling everywhere. She was all over the world at one point. We thought, wow, this person has money. She's somewhat of an influencer, possibly, just based off of all of the images that she was sharing.
I have a LinkedIn profile for Jose. He's at the same address. Same address. This year, April 10th, 2023, authorized persons detail. There's two managers. And Jose, he's also from Venezuela. They're both Venezuelan. This has to be her. There's no way there'd be two people with matching names, both from Venezuela, that are not involved in this. And connected to that address. They're both listed on that address.
That was the first address that was registered 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's 2.6 miles from here.
Our hunt to track down these wire transfers sent from Sheila to DNA Superfoods starts now.
I think it's this building, guys. I think it's this big ass business building.
Yeah, it is.
business.
We go to the initial filing first, essentially this PO box for the business to figure out what was going on.
All right, yeah, 66.
That's not an apartment. Those are offices. This company is registered here. Like,
Gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be front desk situation.
It's not a double unit, right? Like a
I think
like a PO box, like a
9th floor. Ask him what
Yeah,
that is.
just
Maybe
ask,
it's
yeah.
just a mailbox.
Let's. Always on the hunt. All right, let's go, boys. You got your brochure? You do.
Floor. How are you?
How are you doing, sir?
I got a question for you. There's a business registered here on the 9th floor. Is that accurate, or can you tell us anything about this unit?
That TNA Superfood?
Today is closed.
Huh?
It's closed today.
It's an office, right?
Yeah,
Is this company here?
yes.
Yeah?
They're no longer there.
So they moved?
So one thing we learned real quick in Miami is that like English is not their first language.
TNA Superfood? No longer here?
No.
Quanto tempo?
I don't.
No sé.
No.
Okay.
You don't recognize that?
No conoce.
No, esta compañía no la conozco.
Bonita señorita. Dude, I love this. This is Quest.
Yeah.
I love this. Look at this fog. I know. I want to do this tonight.
From there, we go to this apartment. So we knew it was an apartment because we looked up the address prior to that. And we get there, it's kind of like a sketchy neighborhood. On weekends and stuff, there's probably a lot of traffic, people parking all over the place. And it seemed just like not the greatest of areas.
Yeah. All right. Let's go, boys. All right. We go there, find that fucking Unit 7. I found it.
Yeah, it's like it's not powered up.
As you can see, apartment, nobody's home. It's empty.
Basically, when we left, it was a dead end.
Nobody's home. We can do like first thing in the morning. Now we can see what's up.
You think somebody's living in there?
Yeah.
Or they're just using it for business?
Well, that's the question of the day.
There's like nothing. It kind of looks like it could be like a
Yeah.
like an office, right?
Right. Yeah. It does look like
Nobody home, but we looked through the window. It's not a home. That's a makeshift office.
there is a little sofa, there is a little table.
I don't know.
Tripod.
It's sketch, whatever. It is.
Yeah, it is. Every single theory that we have goes straight to the trash.
When you find out.
When we find out the real truth, we're like, you're wrong, I'm wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
So the next day we have to find results because we'd been out there for 2 days already. We had to go back and we still had nothing at this point. All we had were the addresses. We were able to find additional social media from Camila. We're still not able to find any additional information on Jose. And then there's one mysterious person that was registered in the business that we were not able to find anything about. So we circle back. So we start communicating with the security guard, trying to tell him that we need to get up to the top floor, asking him if he knows who DNA Superfoods is. He said he didn't know who they were, but he did finally let us get up to the top floor. Once we get up there, it's this virtual office where people can go, it's kind of like a WeWork, where people can go rent out office spaces. And what they told us is that DNA Superfoods at some point had a mailbox there, but they couldn't give us any information.
Yeah, this is Jose. So he was listed as well for DNA
But he's
Superfoods.
not here, right? You think he's in Venezuela?
You know, I thought that. I mean, he still could be in Venezuela because all these companies are inactive now.
So we weren't going to give up. Sheila was actually supposed to come visit us in California, and like the night that she was supposed to leave on the flight, she actually went to the hospital. And that was a blessing and a curse. The fact that her health started declining was terrible, but that gave us an opportunity to invest more time into doing more research, and we knew we were not giving up in this case. We had to find answers for her. So Brianne and the research team did an amazing job, and they found this lady, we're gonna call her Amma. And Amma lives in 29 Palms, just 2 hours from us. So we got on a call with Art, and we got on a call with our teams and decided to drive out to 29 Palms and spend the day looking for Amma. And so when we went out to 29 Palms, we were missing Brianne, who is usually like the organized person that gives us all the information. So I had emails from Brianne with everything, and Art shows up with a clipboard, I show up with a pen, and then we went and got everything printed off at this like liquor convenience store. She sent money all over the place to everyone. I mean, she sent money to Miami, Texas, multiple places in California, basically all over the country. I don't know how she doesn't know how much money she sent, but like every time we talk to her, she finds new receipts of people that she sent money to, and this person's one of them. So I was able to pull up her social media. It's this lady right here.
Okay. So we have 3 transactions on June 28, July 6, and July 8, right? 7,000, 20 grand, 40 grand. $67,000 went through her account from Sheila.
But he's attached to it. So I say we go to this one first. Okay. I don't think they're too far from each other anyway.
So we will go to the same address.
We're gonna go to this one. We think this is the current address right here.
There is somebody.
Hi, puppies.
It's okay.
Once we got ourselves organized, we started knocking on doors, and we found a lot of false positives again. So this person, Amma, had like 6 addresses over a very short period of time. And so we literally went through this like checklist, checking off every single address, asking people if they knew who this, Amma is, to try to find out anything we could about the money that was transferred to her. Oh, okay.
We're boxing with my wife. Now
We're running rampant all over.
Fuck, that's it right there. Good evening. Sorry for bother. We are private journalists, and we're looking for a person with a last name. Fuck. Okay, but this abandoned house, you see? We're knocking on every single door where she used to live. Again, so many questions and so little answers.
We were starting to get discouraged. So we had already knocked on 2 houses, and I found a lead. So I went and redid the research, and I ended up finding a lead on what looked like the most recent address. And so we decided to head out to that address. Fingers crossed, let's go. Go down the street, and we find the exact house on the address, but it's all boarded up. It looks like it was like a rental and somebody was like renovating it. Literally right before that, Brianne had sent me a text message from Amma's social media. And in Amma's social media, she took a picture in front of this vehicle. And like 2 houses over is the exact same car sitting in the driveway. Same color, same make, same model. And it wasn't like a popular SUV. So Art and I look at each other like, we're already here. We might as well go knock on this door and see. Maybe Amma relocated 2 houses over. As we're leaving, there's this letter that's like out in front, like on a table in their driveway. And it has like a name from the name list that I had for the address. So I knew we were on the right path. At least if Amma didn't live there, a relative did, and we could try to like track her down. I go back and I check the letter and I look at the list of data that I had pulled, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Like, I'm just gonna call this person and see if they know who Amma is.
Hello.
Hi, is Amma there?
I'm not at home.
Oh, you're not at home?
What's this for?
So I'm actually calling, I think we're at your house.
Oh.
And so I was hoping to meet up with you. You had received money last year from Sheila, like 3 different transactions, one for $7,000, one for $20,000, and one for $40,000.
I didn't get any of that.
You didn't get any of that?
No.
Are you talking to somebody online or dating somebody online?
No.
No.
That's my sister-in-law. That's not me.
Oh, that's your sister-in-law. Oh, so we have the
Yeah.
wrong number.
Yeah.
Do you have her number?
I'm driving right now. I'm on my way home.
Could we talk to you when you get here? Is that okay?
So we can
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds
Okay.
good. We will see you in 10 minutes. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
What a perfect timing.
All right. Good shit.
Yeah.
5 minutes later, her car rolls up and then another car behind her. And we don't know what we're like getting ourselves into. We don't know who these people are, if they're nice, if they're mean. But she pulls up and this guy pulls up.
Oh, that's her.
Hey, how's it going?
Thank you for coming.
So-
This is David.
Okay.
Yeah, we're independent journalists.
Okay.
And so I think I spoke to you on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Amma, we think she might be in trouble. We were given her information by a lady named Sheila, who had sent $67,000 to her last year.
Somehow your sister got 3 deposits from a lady who lives in Mexico for $67,000, 3 months in a row.
April and then 2 in August.
7,000?
This year, last year.
Last year.
Last year, yeah, okay.
So we want to find out where is your sister so we can talk to her and see maybe she's in trouble and why she's receiving overseas money for $67,000.
She's working right now. She don't get off until like 8.
8 p.m. Okay.
8.
And we went to 5 different houses because her name is on so many houses in this area.
I got her to move here because the place that she was moving her to, people are all moving out of that place.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So I just got her to move her over here. No, she was getting involved on something that I was trying to get her to, because I think there was like people that wash money, whatever they call it.
Money laundering.
Yeah, there you go.
Help me.
I think she was in that. She fell into that.
Okay. Do you know if
I can see a scam.
Yeah.
from
red
a mile.
flags that you can see? Yeah.
I think this guy's in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I think he's in Nigeria. Every time he say he was gonna come over here and visit her,
Same script. I would love to speak to the sister, and you said she worked until 8, and she will come here.
Yeah, she lives here.
Yeah.
Right. They probably at work or something. Nice. If he admitted he has oil in Nigeria, she was either calling a Nigerian number or she was sending money to Nigeria or she was talking to somebody like with a Nigerian name. He obviously trusted her because he was having the money sent to her. She had her bank accounts closed down.
Yeah, she was money laundering.
Yeah. I had to leave and drive 2.5 hours to Long Beach, and Art and the film crew ended up staying there for Amma.
Good evening. I'm assuming you. Yeah. My name is Art, and this is my team. It's Trilogy Media and Social Catfish. We chase and investigate scammers and scam.
I scam you guys?
No. Good, thank you. So looks like last year, $7,000, $20,000, and $40,000.
I wish I had those money.
Well, we understand that it came through you. So can we listen your story? Like how?
I don't know what story I'm gonna give it to you guys. I never received none of that.
Were you in any relationship with anybody in Africa? Online dating?
No.
What we found out later on is that she had lied about a lot of things initially because I think she was scared, to be honest.
You were seeing somebody who is in Navy, deployed.
It was a long time ago. No.
Did you meet him in person?
No.
So everything was online?
Yeah, everything was online.
He told you to open a bank account, right?
Yes, I did. But as soon as they sent me the amount, then I just said, no, close. I want that account to be closed. I want to do nothing about it.
We want to know only 2 things. We know that you're not a bad guy. We know that you're not cash mule. But you did receive that money and you sent that money to somebody else. What we want to know, who did you send and how can we
That's
get...
the question is, when they gave me the amount of money, and then I said, no. So in my thought and in my mind on that time, I said, I think I just got scammed. So I told the bank, I don't want it. I sent the money back. They said, no, I don't want to do this. I know this is a scam.
Do you know anybody in Nigeria?
Let me read my mind back.
Nigeria. No, but who told you to open that bank account?
The military guy.
The military
But
guy.
it was my account. I had that account before it closed.
Can we get the name of that military guy? We're going in 2 weeks. We're flying to a lady in Mexico who lost $1 million. And she sent that money, that's the same scammer out of India, manipulate that lady. He took that money from that lady and tell her to send to you, to Miami, to Nevada, to different states, different cities. He cannot just receive $1 million, so he have to spread it out in little portions. So we want to know, you did receive in period
no,
of...
I didn't receive none of that. I only received that.
Okay, 7,000.
I wish I still have it, but I don't. For now, you guys are scaring me.
No, you're not in trouble.
And then you guys went to my family, and I don't allow that.
No, you're not in trouble. We want to find the bad guy. You're not the bad guy. You're a victim.
No, because I didn't use any of the money, none of my money.
And we understand that. That's what scammers do. They go after somebody and they keep moving money. So we, independent journalists or police, will not find them. But we want to find the bad guy. And that military guy...
That's what bringing me here right now, because I don't want to talk to you guys anymore.
Listen, we're here to help. A lot of victims, they're ashamed about what happened.
I don't know if that guy said...
Ma'am, we work with police, and next time, instead of us who's trying to help, it's going to be FBI. Because that $7,000 went under your first and last name on that bank account that you opened. So you're responsible for that money. We, on the good side, we want to find next step. To who did you send that $67,000?
I don't have $67,000.
Do you remember the name? Can we want to find this guy.
He has so many names.
Just give us one of his names.
The other name is Aculino or Gabe. He's from Florida.
That's what he told you. He sent you money from Mexico, that lady money to you, and through you, that money went to somebody else.
And I told her, that bank account of mine has been closed for a while now. They said I had to return all the check back. I know him from Facebook, 4 years now since I know him. But I think about him, but I don't go with him anymore. I never met him. Because like I said, he's supposed to come down here and meet me in person, but he never did. So he sent the money to Navy Fed, that's my bank. And then I opened another bank, I was just opening it. Then I got hit on that one. I got hit on Bank of America. I got hit on Bank of Pacific. It's just for me to go get the money out and send it to this person or send it to Nigeria or somewhere like that. Yeah, that's all I do, just go send in whatever he wants me to send it. This is his picture.
Oh, yeah, look at this, handsome. That's exactly what they do. Yeah, military, yeah.
He has I have a lot of
Jingle
pictures of
Bell
him.
Rock.
I think I just got hit. So I blocked him, and I sent him a message that, you know what, I think you're trying to scam people. You're a scammer. He said, oh, why are you talking like that? All this and that. I said, no.
Did he ever say, like, keep a little bit for yourself, like
No.
2%, 3%, nothing?
I was married before, and I got divorced.
Okay, so you became
And
single
then,
and
this happened, and I said, okay, it's kind of cute.
you're not gonna believe how many people you're gonna help by doing this.
I'm scared.
But-
yeah, you are a bad guy. The
But
way
I-
you talk to me and the way your voice goes when I want to slap you already. Or knock him down already, and then you guys are running right there and knock you guys too.
We're glad that you're not a bad guy, because we were expecting that we're gonna run into guns, that's gonna be criminals, $67,000 cash in your backyard. Well, listen, thank you for talking to us, and
I wish I
Uh,
knew about. What's your name?
my name is Art.
Art?
Art?
Okay, you're Art.
Jason?
I'll take Jason. You look like you're freezing like you're gonna die of
Yes, yeah. You love this guy. Give Jason a hug.
I'm Samoan. Is that a problem?
Okay, no, I have no problem. No, I have no problem.
Let me, if I have time on Monday, I'll go look in all my files.
Please.
And then I'll text you back and send you back the picture of the ladies.
Please, please.
I know the address and I know the ladies. I want to help. I really want to help.
We appreciate it.
Because
We-
this is not right. We'll work as a team.
We work as a team.
Amma is the short
Partnership.
name
Thank you so much. That's a beautiful name.
But text me said, Amma, don't forget your mission.
Thank you. Have a good night, okay? Ciao, ciao. Woohoo! She did not like me. From don't want to talk at all to saying right now, like, let's get that fucker. You know what? Yeah. This is absolutely a victory.
So a week later, Art's talking to Amma, and she's totally open to meeting with us one more time. She looks us up, and now she's willing to help us out because we're like, look, we're just trying to help you. And so we go out there and we meet her in 29 Palms again, but we bring the entire team.
Aloha! Am I in Hawaii right now?
Can we do like
Hello, thank you for coming. Oh my God, you look gorgeous. You look amazing. Oh my God.
Aloha.
Thank you. Aloha.
I need to give him a hug.
Get it. I mean, that's your favorite guy, okay?
Yes.
Give your favorite guy a hug.
I got an address for Nigeria. The one that I can wire transfer money to. It's in my bag. That's why I want to private. I don't want anybody.
You were yelling at me and you said, you.
I wasn't even there.
No, because the thing is, when they talked to me the first time, the account that I closed, she sent me money. I don't send no money to nobody. I'm gonna tell you guys the story. I met this guy. He requested me on Facebook. Is the camera on?
It's always on. Yeah, always on. And that's the guy.
So after we talked to Amma, what we found out is that she was part of a romance scam too. She fit that demographic. She was, 50 plus. She had been talking to somebody online. Unfortunately, she'd been married at the time. We didn't find that out till later. So she was this married person that just had a really, really bad, abusive relationship. And they were already kind of finished to some extent. Not saying it's right at all, but she started talking to this guy online because he randomly messaged her.
So anyways, we started going around on February 15, 2020. I divorced my husband to him.
Wait, you divorced your husband for this
divorced
guy?
over
But
him?
I need to divorce him anyways because he was a bad guy. What
Wait,
should I
you
tell you?
divorced
Are you
your
going to marry
husband for
me
this
when I tell you that?
Yeah, that's true.
So I have something to break it up. He, on Christmas that same year, he sent me,
Uh-oh. Big purse is coming. Uh-oh.
you want guys to see? Yeah, I want to see. This is the file.
That's a thick file.
And this is the book.
But when she started pulling out the paperwork, oh my God, like the stuff that she was showing us, and as ballsy as this scammer was, we literally found the person that she was sending money to, and it was somebody overseas in Nigeria.
22. This is from U.S. Bank and Navy Fed.
How many banks did you open?
My first bank was Bank of America, that he ruined it. So I have Navy Fed, Bank of America, U.S. Bank. This is the bank I closed. I asked her, can you show me the bank that those money are going into?
20,
40.
$85,000?
This is the address in Nigeria. So you guys want to take this with you?
Yes.
We found all the transactions she sent over this period of time, bank statements proving that this person was depositing money. We found out who the people that were sending Amma money, and she pulls out this one paper that literally, I'm getting chills like on the back of my neck, like literally breaks the case wide open.
So this is all the wire transfer. So this is all the wire transfer. I've been sending it to that address. You can have that.
64?
This is the 14 one. So these papers is all, this one, he asked me to make check to go to, he has some weird place to send his money at, like Western Union. I look at it, I said, what? So the guy in the bank, I told, can you help me out with this? I said, I don't know where this money come from. I need to stop this right away. Blocked my account and all this. But the problem is, my tax refund is stuck in this bank. I can't get it out right after they close it. So I came back with the check in my barrels. And next day I returned to the bank. That's why this whole amount is back again. I don't make money for like that.
It was over $100,000. I think it was $120,000 that Amma had sent in total from all these people, somebody from Las Vegas, Sheila, and other people that had sent her money. And in most cases, she forwarded the money. In a few cases, the guy helped her buy a car. He helped her go and go shopping for Christmas as her like online boyfriend that's taking care of her.
That was the first time. I said, dang, these guys must be rich. And I said, look at all this money coming from. But the thing is, I didn't want to tell you that because I need that surprise for you. So when I got down here, he sent me some more money, big money. So that's why I want you guys to come in to help me out, clear my name in all these banks. This is another file. For that address, same address. This is the lady's name. But you guys have all this evidence to give it to them. Okay, and here are all the address I have for the banks. This is the lady, one of the lady that was doing business with them. He gave me her name, and that's the bank.
K-Bank.
This is the other lady.
Did they contacted you? Or
No, he gave me the numbers. So this lady sent me some checks. And this is the bank in Nigeria that he wants me, this is all Nigeria. Man, I really want to go with you guys to work on this case.
I got you, girl. I got you.
007.
I love you guys because you guys are helping people up like
We
me.
are happy people.
How did you guys end up over there?
Where?
My brother's house.
Top secret detective.
Top
work.
secret. Yeah, we have.
They putting bad name right now on our community. We're gonna fight him and we're gonna do our own
So did they?
investigation.
So when I went to 29 Palms to meet Amma for the first time, I thought she's such a fun personality.
I'm trying to tell the story. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's roll.
I think she's great. She definitely opened up to me a bit more. I didn't really know where she was at with coming forward with information. I know she was a little skeptical of us, and she's definitely put off by David and Art. There was a moment where she was like, I'm not talking to both of you, I'm just talking to Bree.
So I'm going to try to download the WhatsApp on my phone. See if he's on it still. So if he's on it here, we're all going to find out what's going on. So I called him first. I called him first when I got here. So he answered the phone. He goes, oh, honey, blah, blah, blah. You know, this and that. So he said he's going to send me some money for Christmas. And he sent me about, I think more than 40,000. He gave me $3,000 to go do some shopping. Yeah, iTunes, gift cards, stuff like that. I even lost my my stimulus check to that.
Stimulus check.
Yeah, when I was up north. So that $33,000 that he sent me kind of cover up this amount of money I lost. I said, okay, you're gonna play hard again, we're gonna go for that. So I keep playing with him. Bank of America was the bank that we were using. And the girls in the bank, they were trying to help me out, but I was stupid enough to hear it, to listen to them. So I was just in my mind, said, I want to see what this is going on. $500. So all these gift cards is no lower than $500. And then he goes, you know, all this money is for good cost for you and me. And that don't sound right.
We had a fun day with Amma. Like, Amma is a character. I wish we could show you her face and facial expressions, but because of the risks she took giving us this information, like, I totally understand her not wanting her face to be in the video or her face to be out there. But Amma's a hero. Like, I truly feel that. I truly believe that. And by giving us this piece of paper with the person that received the funds, potentially, most likely, we're able to get somebody arrested, and they're most likely going to rat other people out too. The future's looking much brighter than it did before we got involved in this.
Where are you going? You see Sheila. Here we go.
You're in my seat.
These guys.
Get out of my seat.
No, you're dressed like a construction worker.
No, I'm gonna
you
do
deserve
the
to
sticks.
sit.
You know,
yes,
the sticks
yes.
outside. That's me.
Yes.
I'm gonna guide the plane out of here and then throw you off.
Were you worried that we would not be able to find you in the airport? Is that what happened?
I was afraid I was gonna be left behind again.
Was this a
Again.
choice? You actually paid for this trip?
You wanna trade seats with me?
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
your wife. I do not like you guys. I don't know. I don't want to even talk to you.
Can I have your autograph, sir?
Absolutely.
You're very famous.
Walking into Sheila's house was so beautiful, so amazing. I mean, her backyard is the ocean. It's great finally getting to meet Sheila. I know we've been on this case for over a year now, and Sheila was in great spirits, super excited to see us. She's just a really sweet person that got caught up in all this mess and, you know, prior had no clue what romance scams were.
We have some incredible stuff to share with you in a little bit, like incredible stuff. We've never, ever, ever done some of the stuff we've done. You want to see who owns DNA Superfoods?
Her name is Camila.
Crazy.
According to paperwork and everything, that business belongs to her.
Okay.
So there's two owners. There's Camila, a guy Jose. Camila, it looks like she started the business in Venezuela and then for some reason came to the US a handful of years ago, right before you met this guy. She registers this business in Miami for some reason. We tried to reach out to the business to do business with them, never responded. So we thought it was weird, a business that accepted $300,000 from you wouldn't respond to us when we were asking for deliveries. They delivered food, or that's what they said they do.
Right.
And so we were able to find Camila. There's a guy, Jose, which is her boyfriend, and he was on the registration papers and then later was removed. And we just found out they just got married in Venezuela like a month ago.
So is she out of the country?
I think she's out of the country right now.
That was the current DNA Superfoods registered address.
The last known.
That's what they deliver?
That's what they say they deliver.
All connection is for everybody from Venezuela. Camila is from Venezuela. Boyfriend slash business owner is from Venezuela. The guy who living a rich life.
He has like $1 million penthouse. Is one of the owners of DNA Superfoods in Miami.
Wow.
So everybody knows that they're doing shady things.
When we publish this video, DNA Superfoods is gonna be famous. Obviously, it would be a better case if we could get them to respond to us, get them to answer for this, because they need to answer for this. They took a lot of money from you.
Camila, she is living the life of a social media influencer. She travels, she goes to Paris, she travels everywhere, San Francisco, taking pictures, life is beautiful. I'm a model, everything is amazing. But somehow, all this money, somebody running this business, somebody is receiving that money. Camila maybe don't even know of the existence of this money because boyfriend is doing all these shady activities.
We've tried reaching out directly, privately, many times. It's not working.
There are a lot of people involved in this.
Really?
So you sent a couple of the companies like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Do you remember the other companies? They have the address from Tennessee. They were wire transfers. We ran business searches for each of these and we found that they were registered in the United Kingdom. And when we looked at the registered agents and business owners for each of these companies, all of them are located in Turkey, Cyprus, Turkey.
Cyprus was where the package was supposed to come from.
So you had sent several transfers to several different people. We have the list here on your financial timeline. There was one person that you had sent funds to that was in California, happened to be within 2 hours drive of us. So we thought, why not go knock on her door and see if she knows anything?
Right.
So we did.
So they did.
We went to Joshua Tree.
So she had sent money to a lady in Nigeria.
Really?
And we have the first name and the last name. So we were able to get the wire transfer documents, received your money. So we traced this money all over the United States. We traced it back to this lady in 29 Palms, California, and then we were able to trace it back to Nigeria. So your money ended up in Nigeria. And the lady that received your money is out of Lagos, Nigeria. The other good news about this is I have some friends in Lagos. They work for the EFCC, which is essentially the FBI. And I sent this to him, and he's looking into it for you.
Also, we're gonna do whatever it takes to prosecute them.
Good.
I know money is gone, and I know it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But the least that we can do, if we cannot bring the money back, it's prosecute those people who take advantage of you. The person who did scam you, who did take your money, gonna end up in prison. That's our next step.
What about Michael?
So we have her name, right? She's attached to him somehow. There's history somewhere of them talking, meeting. So the EFCC already has this. We have her address. Like, she's not getting away.
Right.
And so usually if they're going to jail, they're gonna rat out everybody else that was around.
With this female person in Nigeria, if we're gonna get that girl prosecuted, Michael is going down as well.
There's over $1.1 million that we were able to trace along with your money. Another part of this, and it's a long road, these people that get this money, they do stuff with it. They buy houses, cars, they put money in different bank accounts. So if we can get them arrested, the law enforcement can seize all their assets. And that money gets dispersed among the victims, right?
So this lady who lives in California, right? He made her open so many bank accounts so they can move your money and start moving other victims' money. So she actually want to talk to you. She's like, I want to talk to Sheila just to share her story because she received your money. When she got manipulated the way you got manipulated, she opened bank accounts, she took your money, put it in her bank account, and she moved to a different state. And she fell in love with this guy as well. And she divorced your husband, thinking that she's gonna get this guy.
Hi, Sheila. How are you? I'm Amma.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Don't be scared. You'll be all right. Me and you were in a both situation. I'm the one that received the money, and I'm the one that sent the money.
Oh, my money?
I didn't know what's going on with the guy. He was just sending me the picture of him, but it was not him.
Yeah, well, I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Except he stole a lot of money from me. He told me his name was Michael Paul, and he was from Los Angeles.
Well, the guy I was talking to, he was involved with so many people that he sent me all kind of people, ladies' name. I gave all the information and the lady's name and the banks to those guys. And I'm really, really, really happy, and I appreciate those guys helping us people, ladies, single women, especially retired women, old ladies, you know.
I do.
I really appreciate what they're doing.
So do I. I do appreciate it. They're working hard.
We have to be strong for this kind of situation. I really want them to get the guy to get your money back. Those guys over there has all the bank, has all the information for Nigeria. Yes, please help her out so she can get all her money back.
Yeah, we hope so.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, cause
Thank you for your cooperation.
yeah, like I said, we have to be strong.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to be strong.
Likewise. Stay strong. Ciao, ciao. And we found another 10 Sheilas that fell in love in a relationship, moving money, becoming unknown money mules.
Wow.
You started this.
And all the future potential victims that would have been will not be once that arrest happens, and it's because of you.
Sheila, you're a superhero.
The reason I'm doing this is to help people to understand that it's not real. Just don't fall for it from the beginning. It was not real. I did submit it to the FBI online.
And you reported how much money you lost, right?
Yeah,
Nobody follow up back with your story, nothing.
no.
After not hearing anything back from law enforcement, like how did it make you feel?
Frustrated. You know, like I just felt like nobody really cared what had happened. It's your fault, you know, you gave the money away. That's kind of the reaction that I would get from people. That's how I felt, like it was my fault. Basically it was, I guess.
We always say we're not a replacement for law enforcement. You know, we tend to take this information, package it up, hand it to these victims, you know, so they can hand over to law enforcement. Because what happens in most cases is that law enforcement either doesn't have the resources to work on this, they don't know how to work on it, especially if like crypto related stuff, or they're so inundated with these types of cases that they just don't have the bandwidth. But we've shown in this way, like you can do this, like you can uncover, you know, do some detective work and uncover what really happened. But what also needs to happen is we have to start working better with law enforcement overseas, because these scammers are not afraid of getting caught. I'm telling you right now, they're not afraid of getting caught. But it just shows that like two teams of people like with small amount of resources can solve this problem. I think law enforcement can too. So I'm hoping that that's something that definitely changes.
Why law enforcement government is not protecting us? And you, American citizen, and you paid your taxes, and you lost $1 million.
Yeah.
This is money that's leaving the country. Who knows what it's funding, right? The guy who received this money, this is money for lifetimes in Nigeria, right? So what else are they doing with this money? What are they buying? Who are they giving it to? What is it funding? Who are they bribing? You know, there's a lot of people involved. There's banks, businesses, assets. I mean, all these things that are involved that like impact people in the U.S., the economy, you know, maybe even terrorism, you know? Like who knows where this money went? To not ask questions and to not follow up is like, it's not just frustrating for you, it's frustrating for us. Because like they have way more resources than we do. We're gonna package everything together, right? And then let's get it back over the FBI. We'll work with the EFCC to get everything packaged up in the same manner for them. And then when we go to Nigeria, we'll close the door on this for you.
Okay.
All right?
I just want the people caught. What I want is for them to be stopped, you know, so that they can't scam more people. But if we can just save somebody, that's what I want.
So going into Sheila's house, like we felt really good about like what we had done over the past 12 months. We had found out where a lot of the money went. We found some dead ends, but we were able to get like basically the best case scenario, find out who in the end had received the funds so that we could get an arrest. But in the back of our mind, like something that just irritated us, who is Dane Superfoods? Who is this company that received $300,000 in funds? And why are they not responding to us? And so like the fact that we couldn't find answers there, like really was frustrating, especially with all the resources we threw at it. And come to find out, like when we thought it was over, it wasn't over.
Uncurable. Uncurable.
I got a fucking reply from Camila. Hi, Ryan. You're in good hands. I used to live in Miami before I moved back again to my country. I would be glad to help you. Although English is not my main language, I speak Spanish, but I think I can make an effort to make myself understandable.
She was engaging with him and looking forward to setting up a time to meet with us.
The price of the consultation is $150, video call. Then we move to the personalized plan, $200 a month. I work with integrative nutrition/habits from a holistic perspective. Let me know if you're interested, and I'll send you a form and payment methods. Camila B. How long have we been trying to get a reply from this one?
Months.
Hi Camila, this sounds amazing. Thank you so much. When can we get started? She said 150 for the video call, and then it's $200 a month. I'm definitely on board and okay with the $150 consultation. I can't believe this fucking worked.
And then what do you want out of this?
Me?
Yeah.
Better menstrual cycles.
I want to see your face.
Hi Camila, this sounds amazing. Thank you so much. I'm definitely on board and okay with the $150 consultation, but I do have some additional questions. English is my only language. Are you confident that we can communicate effectively? If so, I'd love to do the consultation this week if possible. Thanks.
Ashton, you're a human version of ChatGPT. Seriously.
Is that a good thing?
Yes, it is a good thing.
All right, send?
It's a good thing. Yes, send. Yeah.
Hear that?
Send.
Perfect. All right,
Don't
sending.
tell him that too many times.
I'm sorry.
All right, I
Did
sent
I say
it.
2 times?
So she confirmed that she would be able to meet with us that week, which was great. The only thing is that Ashton had to pay $150 for his nutritionist session.
Dude,
Okay,
we finally got a fucking reply.
Yeah,
All
I'm
it took was a
excited.
holistic menstruation inquiry. Oh my god.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, terrific. How are
It's
you?
so cute. Great.
I'm cute?
Well, it's really sunny and
Horny.
hot in my city, but I'm fine.
So you said you're in Venezuela now?
Yes, in Caracas, the capital.
What is it?
The capital,
Oh.
Caracas.
Caracas.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but you used to live in Miami, you said, because that's where I'm
I used to
moving.
live- Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Are you
funny.
moving for work?
No, I'm kind of on like a new career. I need a change, right? I've been on the West Coast pursuing a couple things.
I love the West Coast.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I love the scenery, but I don't know. I've had this dream, and it's not panning out on the West Coast. So I said,
Okay.
that must be the problem. I'm gonna go to the East
Okay.
Coast and do it. It's kismet, you know. Yeah.
And how did you get to my Instagram account?
When you said you used to live in Miami, that must have been it, because I have an old friend that lives in Miami. I don't talk to him as much anymore, but I was there, gosh, like earlier last year, and I was already thinking like, wow, I kind of really like it here. I'm not really sure if I should move here or what, because like I'll just be real. I'm aspiring to be like a model, like I want to be like an underwear, Calvin Klein. I want to have the chisels, and I don't know. I was in Miami and everyone's gorgeous. I was Googling.
Mandatory, right? It's mandatory.
You have to be, yeah. You have to have a 6-pack, and I have like -3. So
Yeah,
I'm
be tan. You have to be tan.
yeah. Well, I'm pasty and white, and it gets even whiter down here. So that's why I wear the orange
White.
shirt, so people just look
White.
other ways. Yeah.
Okay, so.
So I don't know anything about this. Forgive my naivete.
I told you, you are in good hands, so
Oh,
don't worry.
Okay. Think I could be the model I want to be?
Yes.
Okay.
And be healthy. That's the main.
I'm not fully ready to go like bodybuilder, but I have a really hard time with eating and foods, and I'm not a holistic sensation. I don't even know what that means, but everyone talks about it. So I'm hoping maybe you can shed some light.
Okay, is working with an approach that takes into consideration your physical well-being and your mental and your energetic and emotional well-being, everything.
Okay.
Not just the physical.
So like mental health too.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. I mean, habits depends on your emotional well-being and mental well-being depends on your habits.
Yeah. I think I'm an emotional eater. I mean, I'm healthy today, but like normally I will, when I get home, I just want to like delete a pizza. I just like order like I'm like emotional. Like I just pack it. Like I might as well just tape it to my waist.
You work at the computer all day, right?
Like we have flabbage to fix.
You said you have tried
Flabbage.
things before.
Huh?
I would like to know what things you have tried before.
I mean, I've tried the gym, but I'm a different human being when I'm in there because I get really uncomfortable and I'm not very body confident.
You have to start like little by little, step by step.
Little by little, yeah. Yeah.
You can plan to go to the gym and be the bodybuilder in one day,
I know.
You have to walk first, create the habit, move forward, and then you decide what's best for you. but you have to create the habit first. You have to open time in your daytime, in your routine to introduce the exercise.
So what is your approach like? Mostly working out?
More about the food.
Really?
Yeah, food and habits.
Okay. Can you tell me what holistic really means? I'm sorry, I don't really know what it means.
Okay, it's a whole approach, taking into consideration the physical, the mind, the emotional, the mental. As I told you, not just the physical. And I don't want to sound like a new age hippie, you know, but this is real. This is the truth.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you have other clients that have been as repulsive as me that have then made it to Calvin Klein? You know, like, have you had a lot of success in the past with people like me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just working together.
Yeah. Like you look really, like, based on your profile and like your apartment is really nice. Like you look like you're successful. Like, is it you know, like is this good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think so.
Oh, okay. All right. You know.
I'm not gonna tell you this is gonna solve your problems and it's gonna be, your life is gonna be perfect, but you're gonna feel better.
What kind of foods can I eat?
I am not very extremistic. I don't know if that's that word.
Not to be crass, but like I got titillation and flabbage, so you know. But I want to like condense it down.
You go to a supermarket today and you can find, I don't know, 100 products, processed foods that we didn't have in the past, and that's making us sick.
I'm sorry.
We are not made to be sedentary. We are not made to eat the majority of foods we can find in the supermarket today. We are not made to be exposed to artificial lights all the time, electromagnetic fields, and so much more. As I told you before, we have to stay away from processed foods. That's
no, I don't eat that. No, I don't. No, I don't eat like processed things. It's mostly kind of a
You're
thing.
funny.
No, I'm just sitting here. Look, I've had one other personal trainer in my past, and it was like 4 years ago, and I lied about everything. They gave me a food log, and everything I did was bullshit. I didn't tell them what was the reality, and I didn't have any results. I figure the best way to like let you in to like you take your holes over here is to know the full truth of what you're dealing with, you know. So I'm just trying to be as transparent as I can.
I think we have to work, as I told you, little by little, step by step.
Hold on, I think someone's at my door. Can you hold on 1 second?
No worries.
One sec. Stole it. Oh shit, it doesn't close. Sorry. I had my laundry done. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, they're doing my laundry and it's a whole thing, so.
Well, as I told you before, we have to stay away from processed foods.
Mm-hmm.
That's a rule.
So, like, do you know a lot about foods? Like, do you have like
Yeah, I'm a nutritionist.
It sounds like you're like in the food business, you know?
Yes, I'm a nutritionist.
Yeah.
From Venezuela. I got graduated here in my country, and then when I moved to Miami, I did this course that it's called Integrative Nutrition Institute of Integrative Nutrition.
So my biggest problem is like in the moment making decisions, right? Of like what I'm gonna eat when, because I know you said you're a nutritionist, but do you also like Do you have any like side businesses or anything that you would like supply like meals or like
No,
prepackaged?
but I have a friend in Miami I can recommend you.
Yeah.
Yes, I have in Miami. She has this business, and she prepares the meals.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was just like I've been to Miami to see my friend and I was back and I was just like when we were looking to schedule it I was just kind of doing as much research as I can. I saw that you had a company called like DNA Superfoods or something. I thought maybe that's what that was.
That's in Venezuela.
The company is.
I sell superfoods in Venezuela. I used to sell them.
What is a superfood?
These are plant foods.
When I moved to Miami, though, it doesn't work there.
No.
Well, because DNA Superfoods is registered in Florida, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know? You're a stalker.
No. I just I had a couple crazy ex-girlfriends, and it's just one of those things where I was like, maybe I should just see, and I knew that they had DNA Superfoods. I knew that I have a friend of mine named Sheila. She actually sent like $300,000 to DNA Superfoods.
Wow. Who's she?
You should know.
What's her name?
Sheila?
Sheila? No, I don't know.
I mean,
where does she live? Miami?
Oh, she's been all over, but she sent like the wire transfers I have here were like 15,000, 20,000 August and September of last year. Does that ring a bell?
What's that? I sold that company to Jose Mudadel.
And who's that?
Isn't that your husband?
No, my husband is Claudio Tadei. Jose Mudadel is a person that lives here in Caracas.
When did you sell it?
That was in the last year.
Okay, because this money came in last year, before you sold it.
I think it was. I have the date.
Yeah, so do I.
Have it. What?
So do I. I have all the transactions and all the records and stuff. I was just wondering where the money went.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I'm real. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I know you're real. That's why we're here. Sunbiz.org, a division of corporations in Florida, entity name, DNA Superfoods,
I
lists
don't know what you're talking
Camila
about.
as registered agent, name, and address.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So here's the deal. I'm here to ask some questions. I have no interest in holistic methods. I'm an investigator. I've been tracing down hundreds of thousands of dollars that has been sent to you.
Oh,
I have my team with me, and we'd like you to answer for that.
I sold this company.
No.
The last year.
Not according to the website, not according to Florida Division of Corporations. We went to this address, Camila.
We went to that address.
We have sent you certified letters. We've sent you direct messages. We've sent you emails. Then why haven't you responded?
I received something.
Then why didn't you respond?
Because I don't have anything to fear.
Well, that's why you respond, is you tell people that you didn't collect this money. Camila, let me just tell you something right now.
I didn't do nothing.
I'm not saying you did, but here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, then listen. I'll tell you. Just listen for a second. All of this is being reported to the FBI. We work with law enforcement all over the world. This is very, very bad for you.
You can prove it. I don't have.
I can prove it because you are the registered owner of this company.
You have my social security.
I have everything.
I don't have anything to fear.
Then where did the money go? Where did the money go? Where did the money go? Where is Sheila's money?
I don't know what's that money. I don't know.
It's under your name. It's under your name, Camila.
It's been deposited to your bank account.
No, it's Camila apartment.
Okay, that's the company, not the account, right?
Yeah,
that's
you're the account. You're the owner.
I'm not the account. I'm the company, not the account.
The company received Sheila's life savings, and I want to know what happened to it.
That's not under my social security.
Yes, it is.
I didn't receive that money.
And you ignored every request we've made. We've tried to get your side of the story for 7 months. What the
prank?
No, it's not a prank. This is a very real situation, and it's going to land you in prison. So you need to answer for this.
I knock on the door, and you don't even live there.
Extortion people, that's what you do.
No.
It's what?
Extortion.
No, we call out scammers to their face. That's what we do.
I don't know how to say it in English. This is a prank.
No, we want to find out where this money went. Because Sheila was scammed out of $300,000 from your company.
I think you need to call Jose.
Well, you could happy to put him in touch with us after this, but we're talking to you right now.
The person you're
Listen to him, please.
So Camila, you may be caught up in this. We don't know the whole situation, right?
but your name and your information is on this. So you can say Social Security, that's not how things work, right? Your name is attached to this. There was a DNA Superfoods registered.
And what if I am innocent?
That's fine. Listen.
Then let's help you out.
Then we can help you.
But if you're innocent, like, here's
You're
the deal.
gonna ask me money that I don't have. That's what you're gonna do to help me. And I'm innocent.
We don't want, look, Camila.
I don't want anything from you.
US government can prove that.
We don't
They
want
know
anything
everything.
from you, Camila. We just want to know where Sheila's money went. So we could do things a few different ways, right? Like we have all the information, right? We send things over. Hi, hello. I'll send you my information. Like I also am a business owner too, right? So Sheila had deposited $300,000 into your business bank account last year and before that.
I closed the account. I went to Bank of America the last year.
The state of Florida says you're the owner of that company. Not us,
Okay.
the state of Florida.
And we went to Florida, we knocked on the door, and it was a just residence building. It was a different person living on that building, on the second floor, up Unit 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a person who...
I don't live in Miami.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
But it was the previous registered address.
I don't live in Miami since the pandemic.
Camila, like whether you live in Miami since the pandemic or not, it doesn't matter. You have a registered business.
It's a prank.
You need to take this
There
seriously.
is a victim.
Especially if you're recording, if you're taking pictures, do you see those transactions?
Of course.
Do you see them?
Of course. No.
Well, open your eyes and read.
I think that was in the...
Take another picture.
2000.
Doesn't matter when. It's the fact that it happened, and she was scammed.
Who?
Sheila
Who?
And many others probably.
Sheila.
Do you know what happened to the money that was deposited to this DNA
What did you
Superfoods
pay
bank
to who
account?
and for what?
To DNA Superfoods. That's exactly our question. It was an online relationship catfish scam.
Oh my God. This is
It was
crazy.
online relationship for 2 years.
Do you think we're like mental and like we're just going to do this because
Like Tinder, scammers, something like that?
well, how were we scammers? Can you explain that?
Asking Sheila.
Oh, so Sheila.
So you do know. It's an online romance
How
scam.
did you send? No, I'm
We investigated. It was a fake person used somebody else's images.
but I didn't receive that money.
But
Your company did.
Your company did. That's why we're coming to you, Camila.
Does anybody else has access to your company, Camila?
Yes.
Okay,
Jose
who?
Gregorio, the other owner.
Why don't you call him on the phone right now and ask him? Say these people confronted me and they're asking me where this $300,000 is.
We actually tried to find Jose, and Jose, it's same stuff like you, Camila. We went to his apartments and buildings, and it doesn't exist, or people don't live there. We tried to find Jose.
We've been hunting Jose and you for like 6 months.
Camila, would you call
That's
Jose?
my address in the U.S. from a friend.
Exactly.
I don't live there because
Well,
I
it's
live
also
in the
your
US,
registered
but
business
I have to
address.
have an address
Well,
in the U.S.
Camila, call
for
Jose.
my bank account.
Camila,
Can
call
we
Jose
check
and
with
ask him what
Jose?
happened to the money. Because the money was deposited and you are connected to this. If you were wrapped up in the wrong thing, like we're here to help people out. We're not here to...
And if those letters came as a surprise, you'd think the first thing you'd want to do is respond
out.
and say, this isn't me, but you didn't do that.
I didn't do that because I searched for you in Google, and it sounded to me like a prank.
No, it doesn't sound at all like a prank. It sounds like revealing a scam. That's exactly what it is.
Our two YouTube companies, this is what we do for a living.
And if you looked us up, you should be smart enough to know that we're filming all of this. So your face is attached to this unless we can get some kind of other information. This is going to go to millions of people.
I have nothing to fear.
Then let's call
It's not.
Jose.
I'm not trying to create fear. I'm trying to get the reality through your head that you, as far as the state of Florida is concerned, are attached to this business and this money. So unless you can guide us to the truth, we have nothing else other than to assume that you're lying to us. That's the fact.
I don't know about this money.
Prove it.
Let's call Jose.
Let's call Jose.
Who are you?
You know who we are,
FBI.
Trilogy Media and
You're
Social
not
Catfish.
FBI, but you're not FBI.
You looked us up. You should know exactly who we are.
We're private journalists.
We're private journalists that expose scams to millions of people.
Millions of people. Millions of people will see this.
How do I know that?
You can go...
Go on YouTube and look it up.
How do I know that it's real?
What do you mean no one is real? We have all your
Did you
information.
try to contact Jose Gregorio?
Yeah, of course we did. We've tried to do that for the last 6 months. He's
Why are you
dodging
not-
us just like you did.
Why are you not calling him?
Why are
He's
you
what?
Why are you stalling? Why aren't you calling him? Why don't you bring him into
What?
this Google meeting?
What?
Bring Jose into this meeting and we can wrap this
How?
up right now.
Who are you?
You know who we
Why
are.
I'm gonna do this for you?
Because if you don't want to go to prison, you might want to start explaining yourself.
To prison? Why I'm gonna go to prison?
For money laundering and wire fraud. Those are two to start with.
What money laundry?
The money that we have on the statements.
Can you put him on speaker? Do you mind putting him on speaker?
I'm calling my husband.
Sure. We're not interested in talking to him.
Oh my God, I'm gonna end this right now. Baby,
That's
esto es
bad
una
for you.
locura. O sea, esto es una llamada de la gente que envió una cosa a Casa de Sole, ¿te acuerdas? Son ellos. Y me están grabando y todo, y les digo, yo no tengo que hacer nada por ustedes, yo no tengo que mostrarles nada más, ya les voy a cortar la comunicación.
She bailed.
Did you see her face when you brought it up? She knows about this. You saw she choked up.
She said those
Yeah.
transactions.
She said choked up.
I
Why
saw
should they
that.
reply
She
to
like,
you
her
because
eyes were like watering.
and then
I saw
she
you on the
wouldn't.
internet.
And then she's like, "Well, I sold the business, Jose, blah blah blah." And then she wouldn't call him. And then she kept stalling over and over and over and over.
And I didn't hear the first sentence she said in Spanish, but
She said, I think she said, these guys are asking for Jose.
Okay.
Do you remember the letters that we got say these are the guys that are on this call?
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said.
Oh, she referenced the letters.
Yeah.
Oh, son ellos. It's them.
Yeah.
No, she Googled
Yeah.
us, she saw it, she knew exactly who we are, and she is like, yeah, it's not me, I'm innocent, so I'm not gonna reply. That's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
Look, we have this file.
Mhm.
We're getting into law enforcement hands. We work with law enforcement all over the world, not just the U.S. Venezuelan law enforcement are going to know about this. And all we want to know is where the money went.
She put two and two together.
Mhm.
And she already knew us. She already knew exactly who we are. She was like, how do I know you're real? No, you fucking Google us already.
Yeah.
You already know. That's why you start switching social media accounts as a private account instead of public.
Yeah.
Nicely fucking done.
Good job.
Thank you.
I don't think Jose is her husband. I think Jose is the guy that's just open. He opened up what, 15 businesses, and he just throws different registered agents on it. But the problem is
But she knows him.
exactly,
But
and
she-
that he's making her take a fall
Uh-huh.
for
She had to
this.
have
You
known
know?
that there was shady shit going on.
And she tried to play it off like DNA Superfoods was a real company in Venezuela delivering foods.
Yeah.
Which it's not, because they wouldn't even respond to you, right?
Yeah.
We are preparing all the materials of proof to send your way later. American and Venezuelan law enforcement are being informed. Happy to talk more if you want to provide us information as to where the money went. That's all we want to know. Would highly recommend you or Jose reaching out to us so we can get your truth. Thank you for your time.
So Sheila was having surgery the very next day after we went to her house the very first time. And she had invited us back for mimosas. And so we kept trying to message her, try to get in touch, and she wasn't responding. And the day we were leaving, that morning she sends us a message. So we get flowers, we send them over to her house, and then we rush over to meet with her right before we catch our flight.
Good morning. We're here to see Sheila for 1 second, okay?
It's the person that took $300,000.
I think it was. I have the name.
DNA Superfoods is a company that distributes food, healthy food, like healthy meals, supposedly. But when we reached out to customer support on the website, no one responded back to us. Obviously, when we visited the address, doesn't exist, nobody's there. So no one will really know 100% what this company does.
I'm super proud of what the entire team put in. I mean, every single person on the team that's part of Catfished and part of my company, socialcatfish.com, like put in a lot of work to close this case, and are really good friends at Trilogy Media too. I mean, literally nothing would have been possible. Like every single person had something that they said or did or researched or commented on or that helped with that allowed us to find closure. And so without one person being involved, like none of this would have been possible. So big shout out to like our teams. And this is just the start of something great. When I die, I want to have an impact on this world. That's what I care about more than anything else. That's why I started my company. That's why we started a YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you guys use this as a form of education. I hope that law enforcement sees this and realizes that, like, hey, we can close these cases and work together with other people. And I hope we're making a difference. And if you guys like this, like, respond. Like, it's really important. The community is really important to me. It's important to us. Respond, let us know, and support us along the way. And we'll continue to do this stuff. Like, we want to do a lot more of this. It just takes a lot of time. You've seen this is a year's worth of work. So thank you so much. You guys are so important to us. And, you know, this is just the beginning.